Hello, beautiful creators. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, helping you raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Wanted to chat with you super quick today, give you another quick tip. I know I like to share those little tidbits that I discover throughout life that might help you, as I know they've helped me. And today's quick tip is about pushing through. So oftentimes we'll talk about when you raise your vibration, you're feeling good, you have those higher emotions of love, joy, peace, contentment, and that's where we want to stay. Because when we're in a higher vibration, we're creating a life that we would actually love to live instead of creating by default and inadvertently recreating more of the past. So it is true that we want to stay in those higher vibrations. We want to refrain from resistance because what we resist persists. And we don't want to push against life. If we're trying to do something and it feels like we're pushing a boulder uphill, that's usually the sign that we're not going in the right direction. We want to try to be in flow and we want to allow and surrender as frequently as possible. But here's the challenge to that. We live in a world of duality. Black and white, yin and yang. And that's the challenge. We have to use discernment. I have a video on discernment if you want to go check that out. That is going to be critical when it comes to knowing when we have to continue to push and when there actually is some small amount of resistance or rather persistence that's necessary to work through whatever challenge we may be facing. And especially as it relates to overcoming trauma or doing shadow work or working through some of the hiccups or false beliefs that we've had in the past, that is going to require a certain amount of persistence. And when we persist and we push through in those areas where we need to, on the other side of that is the beauty and the joy and the high vibration and the life we love and the divine purpose and the abundance that we're seeking. And so, of course, as seems to be happening lately in my body pump class this morning in my workout, the instructor, she says, it's starting to burn, it's starting to hurt, and it hurts, especially when you're doing squats for, 3-4 minutes straight with weights. But what she said, it really clicked with me, and it was something I had to share, and it's never like the aha epiphany, I came up with this super amazing catchphrase. It's something we've heard a million times over, but what we don't realize is how it relates to the other pieces of our life. And so what she said was, it's starting to burn, it's starting to hurt. This is where you push through because you're building muscle. This is where the gain is. And she's so right, because it hurts. I will probably leave this video and go look up, why do our muscles burn? It's almost like the blood is just building and building and building, and the pressure, and you want to quit. That is the moment you want to give up. And there are so many times in life when we're cutting out a toxic person in our life, or we're in a legal battle to fight for what we deserve, when we should stand up and we should have boundaries and we should ask for what we need. Even in everyday life, especially as an empath or a highly sensitive person, sometimes it's easier to just say, nah, don't worry about it. I'll take care of myself. I'll get what I need somewhere else. You do what you want. I don't need to ask for what I want. I don't need to uphold my boundaries. And those are those moments where we have to push through and say, no, you know what? I deserve to have this. I have a right to this. I've worked hard for this. My boundaries, right? You should not treat me that way. You should not speak to me. Those things can be very difficult for us to either stand up for what we need, to ask for what we need, or to ask people not to treat us a certain way, or to ask them to treat us the way we deserve. And those are those moments where we're building that muscle, where the gain is when it comes when we push through. So just remember, in those moments where it feels like it's burning and it feels like, I just forget it. I just walk away. I'll just quit. I don't want to fight for this. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to create any bad energy, right? I'm not suggesting that you go in guns a-blazing, because I know for me, I will be passive, and there's a buildup, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, rah, I deserve this, and you're a jerk, right? So we don't want to get to that place. That's not appropriate either, right? We need to speak kindly. We need to come from a place of love. We need to focus on our heart, and we need to share that love energy as we say, you know what, I understand your position. I understand why you might feel that way. I want you to be able to have your needs met. Here's my need that I would also like to have met, and I'd like to find a win-win, a way that we can both accomplish what we're trying to get out of this. And there are gentle, loving ways that we can do that. And I know for someone like me, or in our community, where it can be very difficult to even get to that place of asking for what you need, for raising your hand and saying, hey, this isn't working for me. And those are those moments of push through where we're building the muscle and where the gain is on the other side of that pressure and that heat. So today's quick tips, super quick and easy. I would love to hear from you. Do you struggle with asking for what you need? Do you struggle with standing up and upholding your boundaries? Have you found any quick tips that you could share with the community to help us all build this muscle and to find the gain on the other side of the pressure? So sending you guys so much love. I love you all so much, and I will see you very soon on the next video. Namaste, my friends.